Hi everyone, welcome back to Coronal Blossom, Volume 3, Episode 2. So everyone got out safely thanks to Arne, who summoned a VORKS machine, but Arne herself is still under captivity. So we got to see some of what Kanade was planning in the background, and it's that she wants to create a perfect world. And based on my experience, so looking at other movies and media, a perfect world always comes with a dark and sinister side. So to make this perfect world, Kanade needs Arne either as an antenna to attract Fractalum, or she wants to burn Arne as fuel, or use Arne as fuel. So Kanade found some technology on the shark's spaceship and the cat's device, and she wants to make a cure-all solution. And part of the cure-all solution is she wants to make people forget about their past because, well, it has bad memories, and if you forget about it, then you won't be upset or angry anymore. And Keiji was going to be her first getaway pig, but thanks to the VORKS, Keiji narrowly avoided being injected with the forget drug. So now everyone is away from the danger zone. Let's see what happens next. So the first priority is to retrieve Arne from Kanade. The body and soul lie in balance. However, like the arms of a scale, unless I calm my mind, my body is not going to follow suit.
なんなんだこの状況は。あの飲んだくれがいきなりわけわかんねえこと言い出したと思ったら、うちの子分まで洗脳されちまってよ。
So it's kind of interesting to see that Lily has come a long way. Now she's allied with Shino and Kumiko and Keiji, whereas she was the opponent in Volume 2.
挙句アルネンまで捕まっちゃったし、これからどうすればいいのやら。
んなもん、舐められっぱなしでいられるわけねえだろ。やられたらやり返す。んなのは海賊じゃなくても当然だろ。
話し合いでなんとかなるなら一番いいんだけど、ちょっと無理そうだよね。
Yeah, well, probably not. So, the way that Kanade went about, the only way to fight back is to be tough, not all kind, like what Shino's thinking of. So in the short time we spent with Kanade's son after she started acting strange, it became pretty clear that nothing we could say would get across to her. So just what happened to Kanade's son?
アルネンを狙ってる研究所っていうのに洗脳されてるとか？
中尾に見えなかったけどな。むしろ何でも承知の上での確信犯の面だったぞ、ありゃ。
So, any ideas from Yunie?
どうしたの？ユニちゃん。
ああ、いえ。アルネは無事でしょうか。
Well, she's obviously just trying to change the topic, but she's right to do so. Well, after all, that's the thing we should be worrying about right now. That's true.
どうなんだろう。ねえ、ケイジ、うちのボークスってアルネンが遠隔操作してたんだよね。なのに途中で止まっちゃったのって、つまり。
So I think it's out of range. Yeah, she probably entered or either ran out of energy or lost consciousness. Well, we're lucky that the drug that paralyzed Arne didn't suppress her powers as well. Well, in any case, Arne's still in the enemy's clutches, despite saving us.
心配だね。まさか、奏さんが私たちを騙して
で来てまださん付けか。一体どれだけお人よしなんだよ。
確かにそうだね。
So we exchange a glance.
そうは言ってもね、ケイ君が大変な時期にあの人が支えてくれたのは事実なの。
それもあいつがうちの姉貴との接点を得るためにやってた芝居なんだろ。いや、悪い、そういうつもりじゃ。
No, you're right, Lily. So it may have been all an act. Well, I never noticed anything though, so to me it felt real. Until today, that is.
なんだ、いきなりちゃぶ台ひっくり返されて辛いだろうけどよ。
So basically, Kanade played her deception very well, and she made Keiji believe her. Well, don't worry about me. Well, I'm more concerned about my parents.
なんであんたの両親の話が出てくんだよ。
Well, you know that they worked at the laboratory, right? And they died in an accident. And they were experimenting with alien technology. And they only obtained that because...
ちょっとケイジ、あんたもしかして。
Well, it was all because I asked Lala for help. So she used Cat's device because I asked her to, and that allowed the sharks to track her down, and that's how their technology ended up here on Earth. And so it kind of feels like, well, I caused my parents to die because I wished for a miracle to cure Shino.
待って、ケイ君、それは。
Well, that's what Shino-san was going to say, but she swallows her words. And instead, grabbing my shirt, she hides her face from me.
ケイ君。ケイ君。
So her hands quiver as she clings to me. And when I see how shaken she is, I finally realize my mistake. And I realize the cruelty of my words just now. Well, my parents died because I saved you, Shino-san. And that's what it sounded like to her, and I'm sure that cut her deep. Well, it's not like, and I'm at a loss for words. And it's just like I repudiated her very existence and everything that's happened up until now. And yet, Shino-san, who's hurting more than anyone, Shino-san, consumed with guilt, doesn't apologize to me. And because she knows that would hurt me more than anything else. And she just clenches her fist so tightly that her knuckles turn white. So what can I say to her right now?
わかってる。わかってるよ、ケイ君。
But
やめて、ケイ君。
So my chest is, let's see. Leader, my brain is a mess. And there's so much, or this is so much worse than the sickness I was struck with a moment ago. My whole head's on fire. And to think that I lost sight of something so important. For me.
ああ、間違ってる。刑事もシノさんも二人とも大間違いだよ。
So what is it instead? Wait, Kumiko?
クミコちゃん。いい？はっきり言うよ。私は二人ほど付き合いも長くないし、当時の詳しい事情なんかも知らないけど、でも言わせてもらう。
So Kumiko takes a deep breath and fixes her gaze on us as though trying to, let's see, rid herself of any hesitation.
誰かのためにって願った善意や誰かとの出会いが悪かったなんてことありえない。断言するし、 私は絶対認めない。シノさんを助けようとした刑事は悪くない。ましてやシノさんも機械を使ったララさんも誰も悪くない。
Wait, Kumiko?
いい？刑事はくっそ真面目で融通が利かない頑固頭だから念を押しとく。子供だった自分に過去の自分のせいにするなんてただの弱い者いじめだ。言い返せない未熟だった自分を自分で責めてどうすんだ。その時はその時で一生懸命考えてしたことでしょ。目を背けたくなるような結果だとしても過去の自分を悪者にするな。そんなことしちゃったら悲しすぎるよ。
So her fiery gaze drives right through us.
後から空見たことかなんていうそんな生き方は卑怯だ。ねえ、あんたはそんな卑怯者なの？ねえ、刑事、答えろ！
Come on, say something. Kumiko?
そこは名前じゃなくて答えろよ！
And with a soft thud, her small fist lands on my chest. And there's no power in her punch at all, but it hurts a lot.
答えてよ、刑事。
And I lay my hand on her warm fist and think, and this must be how she truly feels about Shino-san and me. But her words are obviously directed towards herself too. And Kumiko's accident may have costed her burgeoning athletic career, and she must have at least come close to regretting her actions many times. So it's like, well, Kumiko experienced something similar to this. So before she started working at the VORKS workshop, she was probably in like some robo sports, and she was playing with the velour machines. But then I wonder what accident she had. I forgot what it was. And yet she's intent on keeping a positive outlook throughout her rehabilitation and carrying on without remorse. Oh, so she's trying to recover. I must look pathetic right now.
まだ言うか。
Well, that's how I really feel. I mean, I just made a girl cry. And that's why I'm going to stop whining now.
おや。
There you go, that's better.
久美子ちゃん。シノさん、私、あそこまで強く言うつもりじゃなかったんですけど。
Well, I was too harsh. It wasn't like that.
なんか、自分のことも重ねちゃって、なんか気持ちが入っちゃったというか、なんというかで、お恥ずかしいです。そんなことない。ありがたいよ。はい、そう言ってもらえると、なんか言いたいことを言った甲斐があります。
身内の話は終わったか？
Hey,
危うく寝るところだった。
so what about us?
またリリ様はそのようなことを。全く素直ではありませんね。
Well, this is a bad time for you to step in.
うっせえ。誰が悪いとか言い出したら、そもそもの原因はうちの姉貴の家出だぞ。でもな、その理由はシャモーニの家が変なしつけをしたとか、そんなんじゃねえ。あくまで姉貴自身の問題だ。私は姉貴のやったことを1ミリも恥じる気はねえよ。あいつはあいつらしくやった結果だしな。
天下の宇宙海賊のリリ・ルカルサ・シャモーニもお姉ちゃんには激ヤマだね。
黙れグミコ。ともかく起きたことをぐちぐち言ってもしゃあねえってことだ。
Well, that's true, so, well, this is all past, so we should be looking forward. You're right, we have other things to think about right now.
そうそう。そうと決まったら どうするか早速考えようよ。
So yeah, we gotta focus on what's the issue at hand. So we have to save Arne. Yeah, but first, everyone's gaze focused on me, and suddenly it's a lot more difficult to speak.
どうしたの？
And when I see Shino-san smile, the embarrassment that was blocking my throat fades away. Well, thanks to all of you. I feel a lot better now, and I think I'm able to focus again. Everyone smiles in response. Okay, so they're back at the VORKS workshop, and I don't think the death of Kei's parents is related to Keiji meeting Lala and asking her to help cure Shino. And I think it must have been something else that happened in the laboratory. But anyways, so we decide to go back to the workshop for now to start analyzing the situation.
アルネがボークスで回収した古文を端末で確認したところ、やはり船に積まれていた予備を含め、すべての機体がこちらの制御下を離れています。洗脳されてんのは分かってたけど、まさか予備まで全部持ってかれてるとはな。
So Kai pretty much covered her bases literally.
古文と船も占領されて、対抗しようにもこっちは正味ボークスぐらいしか有効な手段がないんだよね。
Well, I'm sure it's no match for the underlings or alien technology.
まあ、緊急時のために町の数カ所に武器は隠してあるけど、それでも手持ちの駒が少なすぎるよな。隠してるんだ。心を入れ替えたと思ってたのに。
That's true, and you can see that compared to Volume 2.
どちらかといえば、小動物が餌を土の中に蓄えておく習性のようなものですので。
とはいえ、肝心の相手の戦力もよくわからないし、正直なんも対抗策が思いつかないよ。
So a concrete plan, huh? Well, I think Kanade-san is our main problem, although we also have no idea about the lab that's backing her up.
そもそも彼女はこの星の人間なのでしょうか。
So is maybe she an alien too? What do you mean?
根拠は先ほどボークスを逃がすまいと使われた不可視の力です。
あれって宇宙の超テクノロジーの兵器じゃなかったの？
So wait, what was it?
いえ、あれは我々の技術ではありません。どちらかというと潜在能力や手品の類です。手品というと投資とか物を動かしたりとかそういうのだよね。
So does Kanade-san have psychic powers?
ええ、ですがあれほど攻撃的なものは珍しいですね。
なんか普通に受け入れてるけど、宇宙人的には珍しくないの？
もう珍しくはねえな。襲った宇宙金持ちの3人に1人は何かしらの力を持ってたしな。
So even among us aliens, having psychic powers is very rare.
ですが彼女のはこの星にはまず存在しないレベルです。
So that's what made her doubt whether Kanade-san is really human. So that would suggest, is Kanade-san an alien?
金属生命体に宇宙海賊ときて、次は能力者ときたか。宇宙人のオンパレードだな。改めて見ると途方もない話だよね。
But what should we do?
状況はかなり厳しいですね。
Yeah, and the more we try to make sense of it, the more impossible it seems. So much is still unclear too. I really don't know where to start, and it's so frustrating. And racking my brain for answers, I lean against a VORKS that's currently undergoing repairs. And if only Arne is here right now.
悪い癖が出てるぞ、刑事。
And it looks like the grandpa's here too. Wait, Gramps?
ここだ。
Looking around for the source of the voice, I noticed Gramps' head poking out from underneath the VORKS. And apparently he'd been lying there on a creeper doing work to the chassis.
親方、いつの間に。
急ぎのやつでな。ずっと作業をしていた。
Well, I didn't notice that you were here at all. And this just proves how preoccupied we are with the topic at hand. And Gramps stands up without even wiping the oil from his face.
ともかく話は聞いた。難儀しているようだな。
Well, you...
俺にも一枚かませろと言ってる。
Okay, so let me chime in my 2 cents. Wait, Gramps?
そんな、哲司さんまで巻き込むなんて。
そうして何でも自分たちだけの問題にするのはガキの悪い癖だ。
And we try to solve all of our problems by ourselves. Well, he's right. Maybe it's arrogant of us to try and take care of everything alone up until now. Well, you know, Gramps?
なんだ
Well, you don't mind getting involved?
何を言ってるおめえは言ったそうじゃねえか。あの娘は家族だと。なら、俺の家族でもある。犯しちゃならん境界線は、とうに過ぎて。
Well, Gramps, well, thank you. We'll be counting on you. And I bow my head and Gramps nods silently.
なら、招集をかけるか。
Wait, troops?
あんま町のガキどもにだ。
So, everyone in town. So what's going on? So the shopping district is swarming with people tonight. So Gramps went to wake everyone up. It's like, hey, we got an urgent situation, so we need everybody's participation and effort. And I'm sure, like, well, it's getting late and I'm tired.
そう言うまいな。大崎のじいさんに呼ばれたら、さあから。ほれほれ、腹減ってる人はバナナでも食べていきなよ。すぐエネルギーになっから。
And it's not just the familiar faces. Even people who work out of town during the day have gathered here. And everyone knows each other, but it's unusual for us to get together at this time of night. That's true.
すごいね。お祭りの準備でもないのに、夜中の商店街がこんなに賑やかなのってなかなかないよね。
これ全部親方の呼びかけで集まったんですよね。
すごいな。
Yeah.
で、その塔の本人はどこに？
Oh, he said he was going to inspect a few spare VORKS that we barely use.
じゃあ、私もちょっと手伝ってくる。
Oh, me too. So he needs the help of the whole town to basically do inspection of all the VORKS, clean them up, get them working, and he's gonna have an army of VORKS to help Kumiko, Shino, Keiji, and Lily, and Yunie.
いやいや、刑事は今回の言い出しっぺなんだから、ここに残って質問とかに答えてよ。
Oh yeah, I guess so.
じゃあ、シノさん、あとは頼みます。
Okay, Shino-san.
わかった。いってらっしゃい。
So Kumiko waves us goodbye.
お願いされたけど、何がだろう。私、
そんなに役に立てなさそうだけど。
That's true. Well, I'm happy enough just to have you stick with me.
そう
Okay.
いやー、大変みてえじゃねえか。
Yeah, thanks for coming. Let's see. Yao Nao-san. So sorry for calling you here so late at night.
ケネスはあの宇宙人の嬢ちゃんはシノちゃんぐらいの常連様だしな。それによ、なんだかんだで花火大会の時に世話になったからな。これぐらいどうってことはねえよ。
Well, nothing. So have you heard what we'll be asking you to do?
あの宇宙人の嬢ちゃんが捕まったから助けに行くんだろ。たく、あんなちっちゃな子を誘拐するだ。許せねえな。
So it'll be dangerous though, so be careful.
だからっておめ引き下がるってのが、さらわれたのが自分のガキだとしたらどうよ。
Well, I save her no matter what, of course.
そういうこと。ガキが決まってんのに俺たちがバサッとしてるわけにはいかねえだろ。それに大崎のじいさんの頼みじゃ断れないし。まったくだ。
And they're awfully obedient. So does Gramps have dirt on all of them or something?
お父さん来てくれたんだ。
当たり前だろうが。居候とはいえうちの娘を悪いことに利用しようなんざどんな理由があっても許せねえな。それにご近所トラブルは町内で解決するのが今月の商店会のモットーだしな。
ああ、なら困った時はお互い様じゃねえか。こうやって夜に借り出されるのも誰かさんがしょっちゅう山で迷子になってたから慣れたもんだしな。
Well, I'm so sorry about that.
そういうのと全然変わんねえよ。だから細かいことは気にせずあの嬢ちゃんの救助だけ考えとけや。
Yes, so thank you very much.
何お利口な態度してんだよ。一丁前に大人のつもりか。
Well, if it really was a responsible adult, or if I was, I would have been able to protect her.
ケイ君、
それはちげえぞ警部。
Wait, so why?
何でもかんでも先回りできるわけじゃねえ。何かが起きるのは仕方ねえ。
Well, the problem is that I'm sure no one expected that this would happen, and there's always the uncertainty.
それでも結果的には何としてでも大事な人を守るのが大人ってもんだ。
And Kanade is pretty powerful at this point, so
意地張って自分だけで何とかしようとして盛大にすっ転んで結局周りに迷惑をかけるのがガキなんだよ。
that's true. You're right. And Gramps told me the same thing similar.
とはいえ男なんだから意地を張らなきゃなんねえ時もある。警部、そん時は踏ん張れや。
Yeah, I know.
今日のお父さん、なんだかとってもお父さんって感じがする。かっこいいよ。
茶化すんじゃねえよ。
よかったじゃねえかい。娘にいい格好できてよ。
うるせえよ。ほら、俺らも準備に行くぞ。
Shino smiles, or Shino-san smiles, and Pops awkwardly scratches his head before leaving the scene.
照れてたね。
And he's blushing. Well, of course.
おーいシノ、ちょっといいか。プラズマガン取りに行くから銭湯の鍵貸してくれ。
ちょっと待ってね。うちにまであるの？
So wait, why did you put those plasma guns in our house? And that kind of sounds dangerous.
ああ、いたいた、刑事君。お、海賊の姉ちゃんもいるのか。ちょうどよかった。ちょっと困ってんだ。
Well, I'm sure for Lily it's like, well, it protects me in case a shark finds me, so I can find something to ward them off. So what's wrong?
いいからいいから、こっちだこっち。
Okay, so Inui-san leads us towards a group of people, and they're huddled around something some distance from the rest of the crowd and muttering to themselves. Wait, so what's going on here? So what's with all this?
なんか迷い込んできたらしくてな。ちょっと見てほしくてよ。
Excuse me? So could you let me through, please? And wondering what on earth it could be now, I make my way to the center of the group. Huh? So wait, an underling robot?
大将二将不一不一不一
A very familiar silhouette is barreling to and fro in the middle of the crowd, looking rather lost.
公文じゃねえか。なんだお前、逃げてきたのか？
I don't think this underling is escaping.
大将正門二将一致作戦第2フェーズに行こう。
It's more like it's trying to hunt down suspects.
リリ・ルカルサ・シャモーニを
So
化し捕獲します。
I think Kanade sent this underling robot to destroy Lily.
おい、まさかあんた私を捕まえに来たってのか？
Lily is taken aback when the underling calmly removes a plasma gun from the back and points it at her. Wait, Lily! And I dive for her before I have time to think. I push Lily to the ground, allowing us a narrow escape from the blast, but
おいおいおいおいおい、なんだ今な。そばたつんとこのタヌキが粉々じゃねえか。
and an earthware figure about the size of a small child lies in peace on the ground. Wait, are you kidding me? So you took a clean hit from that thing earlier and you were only knocked out for a moment.
ちゃんと対策してあるに決まってるだろ。つってもあん時のはリミッター外されてたから気絶しちまったが。つーかあの野郎、やっぱ洗脳されてんのかよ。
And for some reason, the way that the underling uses the plasma gun and shoots at Lily, it kind of is like the lasers that we see in Zelda Breath of the Wild. So the Guardians, when they find Link, they target Link, and if you're not lucky, that laser beam is going to hit Link, and it's very hard to escape with its pinpoint accuracy. But there are ways to work around it.
命中せず、続いて第2射へと行こう。
So I'm not giving up.
リチャージ中。やっべ、刑事、次が来る。早くどけ。
Yeah. I push my hands to the ground, just in an attempt to stand up. And pain shoots through my arm.
刑事、お前まさか。
Wait, did he get hit?
3、2、1。
And the gun barrel slowly turns towards me. Well, damn, I need to save Lily at least.
おい、刑事、離れろって。てりゃー。発射。
Wait, Kumiko? So Kumiko makes a typical dramatic entry, landing a drop kick on the underling right in front of me, and before falling to the ground.
みんな、あとよろしく。
And when Kumiko gives the word, all the old guys from the town council gang up on the underling at once.
おうよ、おまさなわだ。抑えておくから踏んじまっちまえ。おうよ、よくもそばたつをやりやがったな。
離せ。
Let go of me.
いやいや、やら られたのはそば立つじゃなくてそば立つの置物だからな。
細けえこと言ったないでちゃんと押さえてろ。
やめコード不能不能。
Okay, we're saved. So the underling robot is restrained. And I'm suddenly overcome with a fatigue as I watch the underling being tied up and neutralized.
おい刑事。
Oh, I'm sorry, Lily, so I'll get off you now. And I've fallen on top of her like what happened in the beginning of Volume 2. But when I try to get up...
何考えてんだ。
So Lily grabs my shirt collar and pulls me back down. And she checks out the injury to my arm.
なんで私をかばった。たまたまこの程度の傷で済んだけど、一歩間違えば腕がもげてたかもしれねえんだぞ。
So why were you so reckless? You could have lost your arm if you weren't careful, just for me. But you were in danger.
言っただろ。私は宇宙海賊だ。ちゃんとプラズマガンの対策はしてんだよ。でもあんたはただの地球人だろうが。
Well, don't worry, I know how to deal with this. So
あんたがここで危険を冒して、もしものことがあったらどうすんだ。
but I couldn't exactly ignore the situation.
なんだとてめえ。
はいはい、その辺にしときなさいって。
So Kumiko interrupts us and makes Lily let go of my arm.
心配なのはわかるけど、そう怒鳴らないで。
心配なんかしてねえ。私は怒ってんだ。あんたはこの作戦のリーダーだろ。自分の立場もちったら考えろよ。
So we can't have a fallen leader. Just like that. Yeah, I guess you're right.
とっさに動いちゃったもんはしょうがないでしょう。
それでも責任ってもんがあるだろうがよ。
Well, exactly. So I'd be seriously negligent of me to allow anyone to hurt you.
なんのだよ。
Well, I wouldn't be able to sleep easy at least.
知るかそんなもん。
So
はいはい。リリー落ち着きなって。幸いかすり傷で済んだみたいだし、感謝こそすれ、責めなくていいじゃない。
たく緊張感のねえやつだな。
で、
ああ、
言うことあるでしょ。
So what do you have to say?
待ってるよ。
So Lily turns to face Kumiko and me, but averts her gaze.
ありがとう。
Okay?
なんの。助け合いが今月の半魔町商店会のモットーですから。
Yeah, that's right. It is.
たくどうしようもないお人よしどもだな。
んなの、宇宙人拾って故郷に帰そうとしてあげてんだから、今更でしょ。
That's true.
ちげえね。
Well, I guess that's what we both agree on.
んでこのとっ捕まえたやつどうすりゃいいんだ。
So let's take a look. Okay, so Yunie's looking at the underling. So I feel that the reason the townspeople are willing to help is because, well, Arne's like the new poster girl, and everyone admires Arne for being cute, and it kind of feels like a little kid with all these imagination, lots and lots of energy, wanting to do anything, and they kind of enjoy that cuteness, and they're willing to help Arne for it. So anyways, let's see what Yunie has about the underling. So it looks like she's researching. So Yunie, who is now resembling the underling she inspected, or reassembling, lets out a troubled groan. So how's it looking? Are you having trouble figuring out how they've been hacked?
ええ、これはなかなかに難儀なものですね。 プログラム的なものであればハード面から攻められるのですが、乱暴に言えばフルフォーマットをかければ済む話ですし。
So basically, there's a bug or like an exploit in, or actually a vulnerability in the software, and that's how Kanade used it to hack into the system and gain admin privileges. So it's not some kind of computer virus. Well, I'm sure it is.
ええ、どちらかといえばアルネがボークスを動かす機構に似ていますね。神経に命令を伝えているのではなくて外部から動かしているのです。
Well, it's still a virus. It's kind of like a backdoor for someone to remotely control the underling. So how are those things different?
そうですね。例えば
And saying that Yunie grabs my hand and places it on her chest. Wait, huh?
ここで刑事様の脳に揉めと命令を飛ばして揉ませるのが感染プログラムだとします。
And next she lays her hand on top of mine.
こうして私が刑事様の手を動かして揉ませる。これが今この子たちを操っている方法です。
A verbal explanation would have been enough, don't you think? So you don't need to be using your body to demonstrate it.
刑事様、そんな手じゃなくて口でのプレーをご希望だったとは。ですが積極的なのは嫌いではありません。
Well, sorry to interrupt you while you're swooning all over me, but can we get back on topic?
はい、では後ほどゆっくりと。
And the fact that she might not be joking is actually a little scary. Well, would it be difficult to regain control of them?
なんとか試みてみますが、現状では道具も施設も足りませんね。
大崎の坊ちゃん、頼まれていたパソコンと工具持ってきたよ。
Oh, thank you very much, Yunie. So this is Rokukawa-san. So he runs the appliance store here in town.
いつも通り電録でいいよ、坊ちゃん。
Just call me Denroku.
いつもうちの旦那様がお世話になっております。
Hey, don't say stuff like this so straight-faced.
愉快な宇宙人さんだ。しかし、坊ちゃんはしのちゃん一筋だと思ってたが、隅に置けないね。
Well, please give me a break, Denroku. So can you have a look at this?
はいはい、お嬢さん、ちょっと変わってくれるかな。
わかりました。
So Yunie moves away, or Yunie-san moves away from the underling, though she looks like she wants to say something. And Denroku starts work on the little robot. Yunie-san casting him a sidelong glance, leans over to whisper something to my ear.
刑事様、言いたくはありませんが、この星の電気騎士が見ても理解できないかと。あと、ニャンコティアは一歩多彩でも構いませんので。
And it seems like she put a lot more emphasis on the second sentence than the first. So, hey, you know, I could be your second wife. Well, it can't hurt to let him try. And he's a lot more knowledgeable than he may look.
そうですか。
Well, it might be too advanced for him still. And she doesn't seem quite convinced yet. Oh well. And Denroku carries on with his work, occasionally asking us questions, and then a few minutes later... So, did you figure anything out?
いやー、さすが宇宙のテクノロジー。さっぱりだね。
So, Yunie is right.
やはりそうですか。
でも、大体悪さしてるところの目星はつけられたよ。
But I might have some idea.
え、どういうことですか？検査キットもなしにどうやって？
さっぱりだが、完璧な仕事なのはわかるよ。装置が緻密に計算されて配置されているからね。だからこそ、撫でてみれば 違和感のある場所がわかるんだよ。
撫でる？素手ってですか？
ああ、この部分だけ妙に出っ張ってて違和感がある。ここ何かついてないかい？
確認します。
So let me check. So Yunie-san adjusts her monocle and scrutinizes the part of the robot that Denroku is pointing at.
どうだい？
そんなまさか。ありました。極小のチップが取り付けられています。こんなものは見たことがありません。
Uh-oh, so there's some kind of mod chip on this underling. So that's what's causing it?
ええ、地球の素材で作られているみたいですし、その可能性は大きいです。しかしなぜ触れただけでわかるんですか？
So I think it's because it feels different or looks different compared to the rest of the electronics.
人の感覚ってのは繊細でね。機械じゃ見落とすようなものも指先で違和感を覚えたりするんだよ。
感覚ですか？そんなアナログな。
Oh, sorry, I went too fast. But it's like, well, I've seen this a lot, and well, Denroku used to work at one of the local factories when he was younger, so he has the true skills of a true craftsman.
よしてよ。もう今はしがないお色気サイトを回るのが趣味のケチな電気屋さ。
ありがとうございます。おかげで原因は特定できましたが。
So working out how to remove it, right?
そうですね。幸いこのチップからはあの力が使用された時の反応が感知されています。ごく微量なので見落としていたようです。
So this chip is some kind of receiver allowing her to hack the robots remotely.
ええ、そのようです。ですからこれを取り外せばいいのでしょうが。
コアな部分に噛んじゃってるから取り外しが難しいとか？
ええ、少しでも手元が狂えば致命的な部分を損傷してしまいます。脳手術を行うような繊細な技術が必要です。ですが現状それを可能とする器具はありません。宇宙船に戻ればなんとかできそうですが、ここでは難しいですね。
But then again, the ship is being controlled or taken over by Kanade.
そういうことならこっちもさすがにお手上げだね。
I see.
お疲れ様。差し入れ持ってきたよ。
Okay, so time for some refreshments. Okay, thanks.
これは第二夫人のシノ様、ありがとうございます。
ユニちゃん、まだそれ言ってるんだ。あ、うまくいったんだね。
No, not yet. Does it look like we're already done?
そうなの？だってほら、コブンちゃん電源入ってるみたいだし。
But it's on. Huh? Okay, so looks like Shino knows something else as well with the underling, and I'm going to leave that to next episode. So looks like there is a mod chip installed on the underling robots, and it creates a backdoor for Kanade to go and hack and control the robots. And it is not a computer virus, as what Yunie says. And I wonder how Kanade was able to install these mod chips, because you have to physically take every underling robot apart. And I'm sure there are many underling robots, and the time that takes for Kanade to install that mod chip, I'm sure she would have been caught early in the process. But anyways, she managed to secretly and successfully install a mod chip for every underling robot. And now it's like, how do we disable this and take the underling robot out of its possession of Kanade? So return it to normal. And with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.